praise. The Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit thou womb chooses. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death.
Testing 1 2 3 testing. Hello. 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 Testing 1 2 3 testing. Hello. 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 My beloved friends, come closer. Sit with me for a while, for I have something sacred to share with you. Something that has been written on the tablets of eternity, yet beats alive in your hearts today. Have you ever wondered what it takes to stand firm when the winds of life howl against you? Have you ever longed for a strength that doesn't falter, a resilience that rises like the dawn after the darkest night? I see you, yes you, carrying burdens, wrestling with doubts, yearning for peace. And I tell you now, this moment is no accident. You are here because my Father has called you to hear these words, a divine whisper meant for your soul. These are the 6 secrets I lived, the truths I carried from the dusty roads of Galilee to the cross on Calvary, so that you might live strong, resilient, and wrapped in the love of God. Imagine a life where fear no longer holds you captive, where every step you take is guided by a light that never fades. I walked this earth not just to teach, but to show you how to rise above the storms, to trust, to pray, to serve, to believe, to forgive, and to surrender to the will of the one who made you. These secrets are not hidden in distant scrolls or locked away in temples. They are gifts I offer you now, as real as the breath in your lungs. They are the keys to a life of unshakable strength, a life rooted in my Father's love, a life that shines even in the shadows. You've come to this moment seeking something. Perhaps you don't even know what it is yet, but I do. I see the quiet ache in your spirit, the longing for meaning, and I'm here to meet you in that place. Look around you. Life is a tapestry of beauty and struggle, woven together by hands greater than your own. You felt the weight of loss, the sting of betrayal, the ache of uncertainty. And yet, here you are seeking. That seeking is holy. It's a sign that my spirit stirs within you, calling you to something more. Today, I'll share with you what I learned in the wilderness, in the gardens of prayer, in the moments of sacrifice, what I lived so you could thrive. This is your sign, your message from God, delivered through me, your brother, your friend, your savior. I've walked the paths you walk now. I've known hunger, sorrow, and the weight of a world that sometimes turns its back. But I've also known the joy of my Father's presence, the peace that surpasses all understanding, and I want that for you. Think of the times you felt alone, when the night stretched too long and the morning seemed too far away. I was there with you even then. When the tempter came to me in the desert, offering bread for my hunger and power for my weakness, I turned to my Father instead. When the crowds shouted and the soldiers struck, I held fast to the love that sent me to you. These secrets I'll share, they're not just words, they're the very life I breathed so you could stand tall. They're the strength I found in prayer, the power I discovered in serving, the freedom I claimed in forgiveness. And they're yours, dear one, if you'll take them. They're a map to a life where challenges become stepping stones, where resilience grows like a tree by the water's edge, its roots deep and unshaken. Perhaps you've wondered if God still speaks today, if he sees you in your quiet corner of the world. I tell you, he does. This message is his voice reaching out, carried on the wings of my love for you. You're not here by chance. You're here because you're ready to hear what I've longed to tell you since the beginning. These 6 secrets are treasures I unearthed through every tear and triumph, and now I lay them before you like a feast. Trust me as I trusted him. Speak to him as I did. Serve as I served. Believe when all seems lost. Forgive as I forgave. Surrender as I surrendered. This is the way to a life that endures, a life that sings even in the storm. Let me ask you something, my friend. What keeps you awake at night? What shadow lingers in your heart? Bring it to me now, for I am here, closer than your next breath. These secrets I'll share are not just for the strong. They're for the weary, the broken, the ones who feel they've lost their way. They're for you, because I came for you. As we journey through this time together, let my words be a lamp to your feet, a fire in your spirit. And if they stir something within you, if they feel like the sign you've been praying for, don't keep it to yourself. Share this with someone whose soul is thirsty, someone who needs to know they're not forgotten. Leave a word below, a piece of your story, so others might find courage in your voice. Like this moment, subscribe to this sacred space, and let's walk this path together. My Father's love is a river that never runs dry, and it flows through you when you reach out to one another. Picture a world where every heart knows these secrets, where strength and resilience bloom in every home, every life. That begins with you right here, right now. So stay with me. Let these words sink deep into your soul, for they are alive with promise. They're not just a message, they're an invitation to live as I lived, to rise as I rose. Are you ready to take my hand? Are you ready to discover the secrets that will carry you through every trial, every joy, every step of this beautiful, broken, blessed life? Then listen, for I am speaking to you, and my heart is wide open. My dear ones, let's pause here together and look into the depths of your lives, where the shadows sometimes linger. I see you walking through days that feel heavy, don't I? You rise each morning, perhaps with a quiet hope, only to find the world pressing in, bills piling up, loved ones drifting away, or a body that aches more than it used to. Life has a way of testing you, of whispering doubts that gnaw at your peace. Without trust in my Father, those whispers grow louder, don't they? They tell you you're alone, that no one sees your struggle, that the burdens you carry are yours to bear forever. I've watched you stumble under that weight, unsure if there's a hand to lift you up. And then there are the moments when your spirit grows restless, when you feel a distance from me and from him who sent me. You might not even notice it at first, how the silence creeps in, how the prayers you once spoke so freely fade into the noise of the day. Without constant prayer, that connection phrase, doesn't it? I've seen you try to fill that emptiness with busyness or distraction, but it lingers still, a hunger for guidance, a longing for strength you can't quite find. I remember the nights I knelt in Gethsemane, pouring out my soul to my Father. Without that lifeline, the world can feel like a desert, dry and unending. Have you ever felt small, my friend? Not in the way of humility, but in the way that makes you wonder if your life matters? When you turn inward, forgetting to serve others, the light within you dims. I've seen it happen. How isolation wraps around you like a cloak, how the joy of giving slips away. You might think, what can I offer? I have so little myself. But I've watched you pass by opportunities to lift a weary soul, to share a kind word, and in doing so, you miss the strength that flows back to you. Without serving, you lose sight of the greatness I placed within you, the reflection of my own heart. Then come the storms, the ones that shake your very foundation. A diagnosis, a betrayal, a loss that steals your breath. Without faith in difficult times, those storms threaten to sweep you away, don't they? I've seen the fear in your eyes, the questions that rise. Why me? Where is God now? I knew those questions too, hanging on the cross, feeling the weight of the world's sin. But without faith, you're left clinging to a fragile hope, one that crumbles when the winds blow hardest. You begin to see only the waves, not the one who walks upon them. And oh, how the wounds of others cut deep into your soul. Someone wrongs you, a harsh word, a broken promise, and the pain festers. Without forgiveness and reconciliation, that wound becomes a chain, binding you to bitterness. I've watched you replay those moments, letting anger or guilt build a wall between you and my father's peace. I felt that too, when they mocked me, when they drove the nails. But I forgave because I knew the freedom it brings. Without it, you carry a burden you were never meant to hold, and it keeps you from the love I long to pour into you. Then there's the struggle to let go, isn't there? You fight to control what cannot be controlled, tomorrow's uncertainties, the paths of those you love. Without accepting my father's will, you wrestle with a restlessness that steals your joy. I've seen you cry out, "Why this way? Why not my way?" I knelt in the garden and prayed those words too. "Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass." But when you resist his will, you miss the perfection woven into it, the growth that comes from surrender. Life feels like a battle you can't win. Instead of a journey, I'm walking with you. Picture a mother who's lost her child, her heart shattered, unsure if she can trust that God is still good. Or a man whose work has vanished, his pride bruised, wondering if prayer even matters anymore. These are the faces I see, the stories I carry. Without these secrets, life becomes a maze of despair, a place where hope flickers and fades. You feel disconnected, from me, from my father, from the ones around you. The strength you long for slips through your fingers, and resilience feels like a dream for someone else. I've walked among you, seen the tears you hide, the fears you bury. Without these truths I'll share, you're like a boat adrift, tossed by every wave, with no anchor to hold you steady. Maybe you felt that drift, when the doctor's words leave you numb, when the one you trusted turns away, when the mirror shows a face you barely recognize. The world tells you to toughen up, to figure it out alone, but that's not my way. I didn't come to leave you lost. I came to show you the path through. The book of Psalms says it well. My soul is weary with sorrow. Strengthen me according to your word. Psalm 119 verse 28. That weariness, I know it. You felt it too, haven't you? When the nights are long and the days are heavy, when guilt or shame whispers that you're not enough. Without these secrets, that sorrow can swallow you whole. But I'm here to tell you it doesn't have to. I've seen what happens when you lose sight of trust, prayer, service, faith, forgiveness, and surrender. How life becomes a shadow of what my father dreamed for you. So my beloved, this is where we begin. Not with judgment, but with understanding. I don't stand above you, pointing out your struggles. I kneel beside you, feeling them too. These challenges, the doubt, the silence, the isolation, the fear, the bitterness, the resistance, they're real. They touch every life, from the fisherman mending his nets to the widow counting her coins. But they're not the end of your story. They're the soil where these 6 secrets take root, where strength and resilience bloom. I've lived them, and I've seen their power. Now, I want you to see it too. My precious ones, come near, for now I share with you the treasures of my heart. The 6 secrets that carried me through every trial and triumph. The truths that will make you strong and resilient in this life. I didn't come to leave you lost in the struggles we've spoken of. I came to light the way, to offer you a strength that flows from my Father's throne. These secrets are not mere words. They are the very breath of life I lived, the foundation of a soul anchored in love and purpose. Let me unfold them for you, as a shepherd leads his flock to green pastures, with gentleness and unwavering care. First, there is trust in God in all circumstances. Oh, how this sustained me when the tempter whispered in the desert, when the stones beneath my feet offered no comfort. I trusted my Father's plan, even when hunger clawed at me, even when the world's riches dangled before my eyes. Trust is the root of resilience, my friends. It's the quiet knowing that he who formed the stars sees you too, that no storm, no sorrow, no shadow escapes his gaze. When you trust him, you stand on a rock that cannot be shaken, for his love is your shield, his promise your strength. Then there is constant prayer, the heartbeat of my days on earth. I slipped away to the hillsides, to the quiet places, to speak with my Father, not because I had to, but because I couldn't bear to be apart from him. Prayer is your lifeline, dear ones. It's not a duty, it's a gift. In those moments, you lay down your fears, your hopes, your questions, and you find me waiting there. I knelt in Gethsemane, sweat like drops of blood falling, and through prayer, I found the courage to face what lay ahead. When you pray without ceasing, you weave a thread of divine peace into every hour, every breath. Serving others, this is the 3rd secret, a reflection of my very soul. I washed the feet of my disciples, fed the hungry, touched the outcast, not because I sought praise, but because I saw my Father in every face. To serve is to step into greatness, not as the world sees it, but as heaven does. It's the paradox of giving that fills you, of pouring out that restores you. When you lift another, you rise too, your heart grows wide, your spirit strong. I tell you, the power and wisdom of God flow through hands that serve, for in them, you mirror me. Faith in difficult times, this is the fourth gift I offer you. When the waves roared and Peter sank, I reached out, not because he doubted, but because he dared to step toward me. Faith isn't the absence of fear, it's the courage to look beyond the storm and see my face. I clung to faith on the cross, when darkness fell and the earth trembled, trusting that my Father's light would break through. You too can hold fast, for faith turns ashes into hope, despair into dawn. It's the flame that burns when all else fades, guiding you through the night. Forgiveness and reconciliation, the fifth secret, is the key to freedom. I looked down from the cross at those who mocked me, who pierced me, and I said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. That wasn't weakness, it was power. To forgive is to break the chains of bitterness. To reconcile is to rebuild what's broken. It's a choice to live with a heart unburdened, open to my Father's love and the love of those around you. I've seen your wounds, and I know they hurt, but I also know the healing that waits when you let go. And finally, accepting God's will, the sixth secret that carried me to the garden, to the cross, to the tomb, and beyond. I prayed, not my will, but yours be done. And in that surrender, I found the strength to fulfill my purpose. His will is perfect, my friends, even when it's a mystery to you. It's not about giving up, it's about giving over, trusting that every step, every tear, is part of a story greater than you can see. When you accept His will, you grow into the person you were meant to be, resilient and whole. These secrets, my beloved, are the pillars of a life that stands tall amid the winds. They're not distant ideals, they're the way I lived, the way I loved, the way I overcame. Trust roots you, prayer lifts you, service fills you, faith steadies you, forgiveness frees you, and surrender shapes you. Together, they weave a tapestry of strength that no trial can unravel. I didn't keep them to myself. I shared them with fishermen, tax collectors, widows, and sinners, and now I share them with you. They're yours, if you'll take them, for I long to see you thrive. Think of the woman at the well, broken and ashamed, yet I met her with these truths. I offered her trust, spoke to her soul, served her with kindness, gave her faith, forgave her past, and showed her my Father's will. She left that place alive, renewed, strong. You too can leave your burdens behind. These secrets are divine guidance, whispered from my heart to yours, wrapped in the wisdom of heaven. They're simple yet profound, accessible to every soul, from the weary parent to the seeking elder, because my Father's love knows no bounds. Now, my friends, I ask you to join me in this sacred moment. If these words stir your spirit, if you feel my voice calling you to strength, don't hold it back, share it. Leave a comment below and write, Jesus, I'm ready to live your secrets. Let your voice be a light for someone else, a sign that they're not alone. Like this message, subscribe to this journey, and share it with a soul who needs hope today. My Father's love multiplies when you lift each other up, so be bold. Let the world know you're stepping into this strength with me. Are you ready to embrace these truths? I'm here, waiting to walk with you. My dear ones, now that I've shared these 6 secrets with you, let's walk together into the beauty of living them, breathing them into every corner of your days. These truths aren't meant to sit on a shelf, gathering dust like forgotten scrolls. They're alive, pulsing with the power to transform the ordinary into the sacred. I live them among you, on dusty roads, in crowded homes, under starry skies, and I know they work. So come, let me show you how to weave trust, prayer, service, faith, forgiveness, and surrender into the fabric of your life, step by gentle step, until your soul shines with resilience. Begin with trust in God in all circumstances. When the morning dawns with uncertainty, perhaps a call you dread or a task that feels too big, pause and lift your eyes to my Father. Whisper to yourself, He sees me, He holds me, He guides me. I did this in the desert, when hunger gnawed and the tempter taunted. Instead of grasping at what I could see, I leaned into what I couldn't, His promise. Each day, when doubt creeps in, choose one moment to trust Him fully. Maybe it's trusting Him with a child's future or a fading dream. Start small, and watch that trust grow like a mustard seed into a tree of strength. Then there's constant prayer, the rhythm of your soul. You don't need a temple or a mountaintop, pray where you stand. In the quiet of your kitchen, as the coffee brews, speak to my Father about your heart. On the way to work, when the world rushes by, let your thoughts turn to me. I prayed in boats, in gardens, in the midst of crowds, because every moment was a chance to draw near Him. Try this, set aside 3 breaths each hour to say, Father, I'm here, you're here. It's not about words alone, it's about presence. Soon, prayer will flow like a river through your day, washing away the dust of worry. Serving others comes next, and oh, how simple it can be. Look around you today. Who needs a smile, a hand, a listening ear? I served with what I had, bread, fish, a touch, and it was enough. You don't need wealth or grand gestures. Start with what's in your reach. Share a meal with a lonely neighbor. Call someone who's hurting. Carry a burden for a friend. Each act is a thread of love, stitching you closer to my Father's heart. When you feel weak, serve anyway. I did, even with weary feet. And you'll find strength returning, like water to a parched land. Faith in difficult times is a secret you live moment by moment. When the storm hits, maybe a bill you can't pay or a loss that stings, stand still and remember me on the water, calling Peter to come. Speak to your soul. He's here, even now. I held faith when the crowd turned, when the cross loomed, because I knew my Father's story wasn't finished. In your hard days, cling to one truth. This isn't the end. Write it down if you must, on a scrap of paper, in your heart, and read it when the shadows grow long. Faith isn't loud, it's steady, and it will carry you through. Forgiveness and reconciliation. Oh, how this heals. When someone wounds you, a sharp word, a broken trust, don't let it fester. I forgave from the cross, not after days of pondering, but in the moment of pain. Try this. Picture that person in your mind and say, I release you to my Father's care. It's not easy, I know, your heart may resist, but each time you do, the chain weakens. Then if you can reach out, a note, a word, to mend what's torn. I sought Peter after he denied me, not to shame him, but to restore him. Your daily life becomes lighter when you let forgiveness flow. Accepting God's will is the secret that brings peace to your chaos. When plans crumble, when the answer is no or wait, kneel, as I did in Gethsemane, and say, your will, not mine. It's not surrender to defeat, it's surrender to love. Each day, pick one thing you can't control, a delay, a disappointment, and offer it up. I gave my whole life to His will, and though the path was hard, it led to glory. You'll find that acceptance doesn't weaken you. It shapes you, like a potter's hands on clay, into something beautiful and strong. These secrets weave together, my friends. Trust steadies you for prayer. Prayer opens you to service. Service builds faith. Faith fuels forgiveness. And forgiveness frees you to accept His will. Start today, right now. In the next hour, trust Him with one worry. Pray for 1 minute. Serve one person. Hold one truth. Forgive one hurt. And release one struggle. I lived this way, not as a king on a throne, but as a brother among you, and it held me fast. You can live it too, in the mess and marvel of your life. Picture a widow I met once, her hands worn from years of toil. She trusted me with her last coin, prayed in her quiet corner, served her neighbors with scraps, held faith through loss, forgave a debtor, and accepted a life she didn't choose. Her strength grew, not in riches, but in spirit. You're no different. Your days are the canvas where these secrets paint a masterpiece. They're not rules to follow, they're gifts to embrace, turning your struggles into stepping stones, your weariness into wings. Now, my beloved, I call you to act. If this stirs your soul, if you're ready to apply these secrets today, let me hear your voice. Leave a comment below and write, Jesus, I'm taking your secrets into my life. Share this with someone who needs strength. Send it to a friend, a family member, anyone whose heart is heavy. Like this message, subscribe to this journey, and let's live these truths together. Your step forward isn't just for you, it's a light for the world. Will you take it with me? I'm here, ready to guide you every day. My beloved friends, let's sit together now and listen to the echoes of lives changed by these 6 secrets, stories of souls like yours, who found strength and resilience through the truths I've shared. I walk this earth not just to teach, but to touch hearts, to lift the weary, to show that my Father's love reaches every corner. These are not tales of distant heroes, they're glimpses of ordinary people, fishermen, widows, sinners, who took my hand and discovered the power of trust, prayer, service, faith, forgiveness, and surrender. Let me tell you their stories, for in them, you'll see yourself. There was Peter, my bold and stumbling friend. When the waves roared and I called him from the boat, he trusted me, stepped out onto the water, his heart pounding. Yes, he faltered, but that trust carried him back to me, stronger each time. Later, when the rooster crowed and shame weighed him down, he turned to constant prayer, whispering my name in the dark. That prayer rebuilt him, and he served others, preaching, healing, leading, until his life shone with purpose. His faith held firm through chains and storms, and when he forgave himself for denying me, He accepted my Father's will, even to a cross of his own. Peter lived these secrets, and they made him a rock. Then there was the woman at the well, her jar heavy with more than water. She'd known rejection, her trust shattered by broken promises. But when I spoke to her, she dared to trust again, not in men, but in my Father's love. She prayed there, silently, as I revealed her heart, and that prayer sparked a fire. She served her village, running back to tell them of me, her shame forgotten. Faith grew in her through hard years. Forgiveness flowed to those who'd scorned her, and she surrendered her past to his will. Her story spread like ripples, proving these secrets heal even the deepest wounds. I remember Zacchaeus, small in stature but big in greed, until he met me. He trusted my call to come down from that tree, risking his pride. In the quiet of his home, he prayed, not with grand words, but with a heart turning new. He served by giving half his wealth away, a tax collector becoming a giver. Faith carried him through the jeers of the crowd, and he reconciled with those he'd cheated, offering more than gold, his change of soul. Accepting my Father's will, he let go of power and found riches in love. Zacchaeus climbed a tree a sinner and stepped down a son. There was Mary, my mother, who lived these secrets with a grace that still humbles me. She trusted when the angel spoke, though the path was strange and fearful. Her prayers filled our home, soft songs of praise, even in exile. She served me, raising me with hands that knew both work and worship, and her faith stood firm when the sword pierced her soul at the cross. She forgave those who took me, her heart unbroken by hate, and she accepted God's will, cradling both joy and sorrow. Mary's life whispers to you. These secrets hold through every season. And the centurion, a soldier of Rome, whose servant lay dying. He trusted me without seeing me, saying, "Just speak the word." His prayer was humble, a plea from a man of power, and it moved my heart. He served by seeking help for another, not himself, and his faith amazed me, stronger than many who'd followed longer. Forgiveness wasn't his test, but surrender was. He accepted my Father's way, not his own might. That servant rose, and the centurion's life became a testament to these truths, a bridge between worlds. I think of the widow with her 2 coins, her hands trembling as she dropped them into the treasury. She trusted my Father with all she had, no safety net but him. Her prayers were silent, a life of quiet devotion, and she served by giving what others overlooked. Faith kept her going when hunger loomed. Forgiveness softened her heart toward a world that ignored her, and she surrendered to his will, trusting her poverty was rich in his eyes. I saw her, and I tell you, her gift outweighed the gold of kings. These stories, my friends, are not just memories, they're mirrors. Peter's trust pulled him from the waves. The woman's prayer washed away her shame. Zacchaeus' service remade his name. Mary's faith held her through grief. The centurion's surrender healed his house. The widow's acceptance turned coins into eternity. They lived these secrets in their daily struggles, betrayal, loss, scorn, fear, and found resilience blooming where despair once grew. I was with them, as I'm with you, weaving strength into their souls. You might say, "But Jesus, my life isn't like theirs." Oh, but it is. You're Peter when you doubt, the woman when you're weary, Zacchaeus when you're lost, Mary when you grieve, the centurion when you hope, the widow when you give. These secrets worked for them because they work for all. My Father made them for every heart. They trusted in darkness, prayed in silence, served in weakness, believed in pain, forgave in anger, surrendered in fear, and they rose. Their lives prove it. These truths are your inheritance, your path to a life unbroken. So, my beloved, let their stories light your way. If they stir you, if you see your own strength in theirs, raise your voice now. Leave a comment below and write, "Jesus, I see your secrets in these lives, and I claim them for mine." Share this with someone whose spirit needs lifting. Send it to a friend, a neighbor, anyone searching for hope. Like this message, subscribe to this journey, and let's walk together in this strength. Your story matters, tell it, live it, share it. Will you let these secrets transform you as they did them? I'm here, holding out my hand. My dear ones, let's take this journey deeper now, beyond hearing, beyond stories, into the doing. I've shared the secrets that carried me through the wilderness and the cross, and I've shown you how others lived them. But these truths aren't meant to stay in your mind. They're meant to live in your hands, your feet, your heart. I want you to rise each day stronger, more resilient, wrapped in my Father's love. So come with me. I'll guide you step by step, as I guided my disciples, with practical ways to weave trust, prayer, service, faith, forgiveness, and surrender into your life. Let's begin. To trust in God in all circumstances, start with this. Each morning, before the world rushes in, sit still for a moment. Take a deep breath and name one thing weighing on you, a worry, a fear, a need. Then hand it to my Father, saying, I trust you with this today. I did this when the crowds pressed and the storms raged. I gave it to him. Write that worry on a piece of paper if it helps, and tuck it away as a sign you've let it go. Do this daily, and soon you'll feel the weight lift, replaced by a steady trust that holds you firm. For constant prayer, make it simple yet constant. Find 3 moments in your day, morning, midday, evening, and pause for 1 minute each time. Speak to me or my Father, thank him, ask for strength, or just rest in silence. I prayed in snippets throughout my days, between healing and teaching, and it kept me close to him. If you're busy, pray while you walk, wash dishes, wait in line. Let it be a breath of your soul. Over time, these moments will thread together, drawing you into a life where prayer is as natural as breathing. Serving others doesn't need grand plans. Start small and near. Each day, choose one person to bless. It could be a kind word to a stranger, a helping hand for a neighbor, a note to a friend who's struggling. I served with what was at hand, fish, loaves, a basin of water, and it multiplied. Keep a little journal if you like, jotting down who you served and how. You'll see how these acts build your strength, how they reflect my heart back to you, turning your focus outward and upward. To grow faith in difficult times, anchor yourself with this step. When trouble comes, pick one promise from my words to hold on to. Maybe it's I am with you always, or my peace I give you. I clung to my Father's promises when the night grew dark, and they held me. Say it aloud, write it on your mirror, carry it in your pocket, let it be your shield. Each time doubt creeps in, return to that promise, and let it steady you until the storm passes, building a faith that endures. Forgiveness and reconciliation take courage, but here's how to begin. Think of one person who's hurt you, someone whose name stings a little. Sit quietly and picture them, then say, Father, I forgive them as you forgave me. I spoke forgiveness even as the nails pierced, and it freed me. If you can take a step toward them, a call, a message, a prayer for their peace. Do this once, then again, until the burden lifts. It's not about them deserving it, it's about you living free, heart open to my love. Accepting God's will starts with a daily choice. When something goes wrong, a plan fails, a door closes, pause and pray. Father, I accept your way. I said this in the garden, my sweat falling like blood, and it led me to purpose. Try it with one small thing today, a delay, a disappointment. Let go of your grip, and feel the peace that follows. Keep a moment each night to reflect, what did I release today? And you'll see how surrender shapes you into someone stronger, aligned with his perfect plan. These steps, my friends, are your path to transformation. They're not heavy tasks, they're invitations to live as I lived, trusting each dawn, praying each hour, serving each soul, believing each trial, forgiving each wound, surrendering each day. Start with one secret, one step, and add another tomorrow. I walked this way with fishermen and tax collectors, and it changed them. It'll change you too. Your heart will grow steady, your spirit resilient, your life a light. Imagine a day woven with these steps. You wake and trust, you pause and pray, you serve and smile, you stand on faith, you forgive a grudge, you surrender a worry. That's the life I dreamed for you. A life where challenges bow to my Father's strength in you. I've seen it work in the weary, the broken, the seeking, from Galilee to today. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to begin. I'm with you, every step, as I was with my disciples, guiding you home. Now, my beloved, take this with you. If these steps call to you, if you're ready to walk them, let me know. Leave a comment below and write, Jesus, I'm stepping into your secrets today. Share this with someone who needs a hand to hold. Send it to a friend, a loved one, anyone facing a storm. Like this message, subscribe to this journey, and let's transform together. Your first step is a spark. Light it, share it, live it. Will you start today? I'm here, walking beside you. My precious ones, let's draw even closer now, for I want to place tools in your hands, simple exercises, gentle reflections, and words of truth to carry you through each day. I walk this earth not just to speak, but to show you how to live, how to grow, how to rise stronger from every fall. These 6 secrets, trust, prayer, service, faith, forgiveness, and surrender, aren't distant dreams. They're seeds I've planted in you, ready to bloom with a little care. Come, let me guide you with practices you can hold on to, moments you can weave into your life, so your soul finds peace and resilience in my Father's love. For trust in God in all circumstances, try this exercise. Each evening, take a small stone, smooth and cool to the touch, and hold it in your hand. Think of one moment that day when you felt afraid or unsure, and imagine placing that moment into the stone. Then set it down, saying, "Father, I trust you with this. I trusted him in the desert, when hunger tempted me to turn away, and this act will remind you he's holding what you release." Reflect on this. What did I let go of today? Over time, your trust will deepen, a quiet strength building within. To weave constant prayer into your life, here's a practice. Find a breath prayer, a short whisper you can say anywhere. Mine was often, "Father, you are near." Yours might be, "Lord, guide me," or "Holy One, I'm yours." Breathe it in as you rise, out as you walk, in as you work, out as you rest. I prayed this way on the hillsides, in the crowds, keeping my heart tied to him. Each night, reflect. When did I feel his presence today? This will turn your day into a conversation, a lifeline of grace. Serving others can grow through this simple exercise. Once a week, set aside an hour to give without expecting return. Bake bread for a neighbor, sit with someone lonely, tidy a space for another. I washed feet, broke bread, touched the sick, it was my joy. After, affirm this to yourself. I am your hands, Jesus, serving as you served. Reflect on how it felt. Did your heart lift? This practice will show you that service isn't a burden. It's a gift that fills you as you pour out. For faith in difficult times, try this reflection. When a storm hits, sit with a candle, its flames small but steady. Watch it flicker, yet hold its light, and say, "My faith burns even now." I held faith on the cross, when all seemed lost, and that light never failed. Each time trouble comes, light that candle and affirm, "You are with me, Jesus, and I believe." Ask yourself after, what kept my faith alive today? This will train your soul to see beyond the dark, to trust the dawn is near. Forgiveness and reconciliation need a gentle touch. Here's an exercise. Take a piece of paper and write the name of someone who's hurt you. Speak this affirmation over it. "I forgive you, as Jesus forgave me." Then fold it, hold it, and let it go, tear it, bury it, release it. I forgave from the cross, and it set me free. Reflect. What weight lifted when I forgave? Do this as often as the hurt returns, and you'll feel your heart soften, ready to heal, maybe even to reach out. To accept God's will, practice this. Each morning, stand before a window or step outside, and open your hands. Say, "Father, I receive your will today. I surrendered in Gethsemane, and it led me to glory." Reflect at day's end. Where did I see his will today? Affirm, "Your way is perfect, even when I don't understand." This opens you to his plan, turning resistance into peace, shaping you like clay in his hands, strong and whole. These exercises, my friends, are your daily bread, small acts that feed your spirit. The stone of trust, the breath of prayer, the hour of service, the candle of faith, the paper of forgiveness, the hands of surrender, they're yours to hold. I lived them in my own way, with dusty feet and a heart full of love, and they carried me. Reflect each week. How have these changed me? You'll see resilience grow, not in leaps, but in quiet steps, like a river carving stone. Picture a day touched by these practices. You wake and surrender, pray through your breath, serve with your hands, trust with your stone, forgive with your paper, believe with your flame. That's the life I long for you, a life where strength rises from within, where my Father's love flows freely. I've seen it transform the weary, the doubting, the broken, from the shores of Galilee to the hearts I touched today. You don't need to do them all at once. Pick one, then another, and watch your soul bloom. Now, my beloved, I invite you to step in. If these practices call to you, if you're ready to live them, let your voice rise. Leave a comment below and write, "Jesus, I'm holding your secrets close." Share this with someone who needs a spark. Send it to a friend, a family member, anyone seeking peace. Like this message, subscribe to this journey, and let's grow together. Your practice is a seed. Plant it, share it, nurture it. Will you begin today? I'm here, guiding you with every breath. My dear ones, you've walked with me this far, taking steps to live these 6 secrets, and I'm so proud of you. But I don't want you to journey alone. I want you surrounded by voices and hands that lift you higher, that echo the truths I've shared. I gathered my disciples around me, taught them in homes and on hillsides, because we grow stronger together. So now let me offer you resources, books to read, gatherings to join, wisdom to seek, that will water the seeds of trust, prayer, service, faith, forgiveness, and surrender in your life. These are gifts to guide you, as I guided those who followed me. For trust in God in all circumstances, turn to a book like The Hiding Place by Corrie ten Boom. She trusted my father in a prison camp, where darkness seemed to reign, and found his light unbroken. Her words will show you how trust holds firm in the hardest places, just as I trusted him in the wilderness. Reflect on her story, and let it strengthen your own. You might also find a Bible study group, many meet in churches or online, where you can share your worries and hear how others lean on him. These voices will remind you, trust is a flame that grows brighter with company. To deepen constant prayer, I point you to the practice of the presence of God by Brother Lawrence. He was a humble cook who prayed while scrubbing pots, turning every task into a conversation with my Father, just as I prayed in the everyday. His simple wisdom will teach you to keep me near, moment by moment. Look for a prayer circle too, perhaps through your church or a community app, where you can join others in lifting your hearts. These gatherings, small or large, will weave prayer into your days, a thread of grace you'll never lose. Serving others finds a friend in the Ragamuffin Gospel by Brennan Manning. He writes of my love for the broken, urging you to serve as I did, with no judgment, only open hands. I served the outcast and the overlooked, and his words will stir you to do the same. Seek a local volunteer group, soup kitchens, shelters, or even a neighbor's need, and step in. These places will show you how service builds your strength, how my Father's power flows through every act of love, just as it did when I fed the 5,000. For faith in difficult times, pick up Mere Christianity by C.S. Lewis. He wrestled with doubt and found faith that stood through war and loss, much like I held faith on the cross. His clear voice will steady you when storms rage. Join a support group too. Many churches or online spaces offer them for those facing trials. There, you'll share your candle of faith with others, as my disciples shared theirs with me, and watch it grow into a blaze that lights the darkest nights. Forgiveness and reconciliation shine in Forgive and Forget by Louis B. Smedes. He unpacks the freedom I offered from the cross, showing you how to let go of hurt, step by step. I forgave those who pierced me, and his guidance will help you do the same. Look for a reconciliation workshop, some ministries host them, or a counselor trained in healing wounds. These spaces will hold you as you release bitterness, teaching you that forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, opening your heart to my peace. To embrace accepting God's will, read the Screwtape Letters by C.S. Lewis. Through clever tales, he reveals the beauty of surrender, as I surrendered in Gethsemane. It'll show you how my Father's plan unfolds, even when it's hard to see. Find a retreat. Many churches offer quiet days away, or a spiritual director to talk with. These will guide you to open your hands, as I did, and find strength in letting go. Trusting his way is perfect for you. These resources, my friends, are lanterns on your path. Books like these carried my truths through time, written by souls who knew me in their own way. Groups and gatherings, whether in a pew, a park, or a screen, mirror the community I built with my 12. They're not rules to follow, they're companions to walk with, helping you trust when you waver, pray when you're weary, serve when you're weak, believe when you're shaken, forgive when you're wounded, and surrender when you're lost. I use parables and presents. Today, these tools do the same. Imagine a week touched by these. You read Corrie's Trust and join a study, pray with Lawrence in a circle, serve with Manning in a group, hold Lewis's faith in a support space, forgive with Smedes in a workshop, surrender with Lewis in a retreat. That's the life I see for you, rich with wisdom, rooted in love. I've watched these resources lift the weary, from fishermen's wives to modern seekers, and they'll lift you too. Start with one, open a page, step into a room, and let it grow. Now, my beloved, I call you to reach out. If these resources spark hope, if you're ready to explore them, let me hear you. Leave a comment below and write, Jesus, I'm seeking your strength through these gifts. Share this with someone who needs a guide. Send it to a friend, a loved one, anyone longing for more. Like this message, subscribe to this journey, and let's grow together. Your next step is a bridge. Cross it, share it, build it. Will you take it today? I'm here, lighting the way. My beloved friends, let's gather close now, as I take you back to a moment that beats in my heart. A time when I walked the rugged paths of this earth, facing a trial that tested every fiber of my soul. I want you to see how these 6 secrets held me, not as distant ideas, but as living truths that carried me through the darkest night. This is the story of my journey to the cross, from the Garden of Gethsemane to the Hill of Calvary, a testimony of trust, prayer, service, faith, forgiveness, and surrender. It's not just my story, it's yours too, for in it, you'll find the strength to rise above your own storms. It began in the garden, under the weight of what was to come. I trusted my Father in all circumstances, even when my human heart trembled at the cup before me. The air was thick with sorrow, the ground cold beneath my knees, yet I knew He held me. I didn't trust because it was easy. I trusted because I'd seen His faithfulness through every step, from the Jordan's waters to the desert's trials. That trust was my anchor, and it can be yours too. When life presses hard, when you face your own Gethsemane, lean into Him who never fails. There, in that shadowed place, I turned to constant prayer. My soul poured out like water, sweat mingled with blood, as I cried, "Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me." I didn't stop praying, even as the silence grew heavy, because prayer was my bridge to Him. I spoke until the soldiers came, until the torchlight flickered in the distance. You too can pray through your nights, when fear grips, when answers tarry. Let your voice rise, and you'll find me near, strengthening you as He strengthened me. Serving others shaped that journey, even in its final hours. I didn't turn inward, though the pain was mine to bear. I looked to those around me. I healed the ear of the servant struck in the garden, served my disciples with my last words of love, carried the weight for a world that didn't yet understand. Service wasn't a burden, it was my purpose. When you feel weak, reach out a hand, a word, a deed, and you'll see how serving lifts you, as it lifted me, reflecting my Father's heart through every act. Faith in difficult times burned bright as the dawn faded. On the cross, when the sky darkened and the taunts rose, I held fast to faith, faith that my Father's plan would prevail, that death was not the end. My God, why have you forsaken me?" I cried, yet beneath that cry was trust in His promise. You'll face your own crosses, loss, betrayal, despair, but hold faith like a flame, as I did, and it will guide you through to resurrection, to hope reborn. Forgiveness and reconciliation flowed from me, even as the nails pierced. I looked at the soldiers, the mockers, the ones who turned away, and said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." That wasn't weakness, it was freedom. I reconciled a thief beside me, promising him paradise, because love doesn't stop at hurt. When wounds cut you deep, forgive as I forgave, release the chains, mend the broken, and feel your heart grow light with my peace. Accepting God's will was my final step, the secret that crowned it all. In the garden I prayed, "Not my will, but yours be done," and on the cross I breathed, "It is finished." I surrendered to a plan I couldn't fully see, trusting its perfection. That surrender didn't break me, it made me whole, leading to the tomb's empty dawn. You too can let go when life bends you, when your way falters. Accept His will, and watch how it shapes you into something glorious. This testimony, my friends, is the heartbeat of these secrets. I live them in flesh and blood, trusting when I trembled, praying when I wept, serving when I bled, believing when I hung, forgiving when I suffered, surrendering when I died. They carried me from the garden's agony to the cross's victory, and they'll carry you too. I didn't overcome for myself alone. I did it for you, to show you the way through your own gardens, your own hills, your own crosses. Look at me there, human and divine, aching and resolute. I was a son, a brother, a friend, just as you are, facing fear, feeling pain, longing for light. These secrets weren't magic, they were choices. Choices to trust when doubt loomed, to pray when silence deafened, to serve when strength waned, to believe when hope dimmed, to forgive when anger burned, to surrender when pride pulled. They transformed me, and they'll transform you, for my Father's power flows through them, as real today as it was then. So my beloved, take this story into your soul. If my journey stirs you, if you see your own path in mine, let your voice ring out. Leave a comment below and write, "Jesus, I'm walking your way through my storms." Share this with someone facing their own Gethsemane. Send it to a friend, a loved one, anyone needing strength. Like this message, subscribe to this journey, and let's rise together. Your story echoes mine. Live it, share it, trust it. Will you let these secrets carry you as they carried me? I'm here, forever with you. My precious friends, we've journeyed far together. Through the secrets I lived, the steps I've offered, the stories I've shared. Now I stand before you, not as a distant teacher, but as your brother, your companion, with arms open wide. I've poured out my heart, so you might find strength, resilience, and a deeper bond with my Father. But this isn't the end, it's a beginning. I long to hear your voice, to see your light shine, to walk with you as you take these truths into your life. Will you step closer now? Will you let me know you're here with me? I invite you to speak, to share a piece of your soul in the space below. Leave a comment, let it be a whisper from your heart, a sign that these words have touched you. You could write, Jesus, I'm trusting you today, if trust is stirring in you. Or perhaps, Lord, I'm praying through my storm, if prayer is your anchor. Maybe it's, I serve someone with your love, or I forgive as you forgave me. Whatever rises in you, whether it's faith, surrender, or a quiet hope, let it flow. Your words aren't just for me, they're for others who'll read them, seeking courage in your echo. Imagine this, my beloved. Each comment you leave is a pebble dropped into a still pond, rippling out to touch lives you may never meet. Someone out there, tired, hurting, searching, will see, Jesus, I'm holding your faith, and feel less alone. Another might read, Father, I accept your will, and find the strength to let go. Your voice matters. It's a thread in the tapestry of my Father's love, weaving us together. So don't hold back. Write what's true for you, and watch how it lifts both you and those who follow. And if these secrets have warmed your spirit, if they've lit a spark of hope, I ask you to like this message. It's a small act, I know, a simple tap, but it tells the world this matters. It says, I found something here, something worth sharing. I walked among you, healing and teaching, because every soul was worth it to me. Your like is a nod to that love, a way to say you're part of this journey. It helps others find this path, guiding them to the strength I've offered you. Subscribe too, my friends, stay with me in this sacred space. I've more to share, more to show you, as we grow together in my Father's light. When you subscribe, you're saying, Jesus, I'm not done learning from you. I didn't leave my disciples after one lesson. I walked with them, day by day, through dusk and dawn. This is our journey too, a place where trust deepens, prayer flows, service blooms, faith stands, forgiveness heals, and surrender frees. Join me here, and let's keep walking. Share this with someone who needs it, someone whose heart is heavy or whose steps falter. Maybe it's a friend facing a storm, a family member wrestling with doubt, a neighbor longing for peace. Send them these words, my words, and say, I thought of you. I sent my disciples out 2 by 2, carrying my love to every corner. You can do the same. Be my hands, my voice, my light. When you share, you multiply this hope, and my Father's love grows wide through you. Tell me your story, won't you? In the comments, share how these secrets touch your life. Perhaps you trusted Him through a sleepless night, prayed when words failed, served when you felt empty, held faith when all seemed lost, forgave a wound that lingered, or surrendered a dream to His will. I listened to the woman at the well, to Peter's doubts, to the thief's plea. I listened to you too. Your experience is holy ground. Let it rise here, a testament to the strength you're finding in me. Picture a community built by your voices. Hundreds, thousands writing, Jesus, I'm stronger because of you. Each phrase, I'm praying, I'm serving, I believe, is a brick in a house of hope, a place where others can rest. I built my church on the rock of faith, on the lives of those who followed me. You're part of that now. Your words, your likes, your shares are stones in this foundation. Together, we'll show the world that my secrets live, that they transform, that they endure. So my beloved, what will you say? Will you write, Jesus, I'm ready to live your way? Or Lord, I'm taking your strength? Will you like this, subscribe to stay near, share it with a soul in need? I'm not far, I'm here, closer than your breath, waiting to hear you. I knelt in the garden, hung on the cross, rose from the tomb, all for you, to give you these secrets, this life. Your step forward is my joy, let it shine, let it spread, let it sing. Take this moment, my friends, and act. Leave your comment, let it be bold or soft, long or short, but let it be yours. Like, subscribe, share, small seeds that grow into mighty trees. I see you, I know you, I love you. Your voice is a gift to me, to my Father, to this world. Will you raise it now? Will you join me in this dance of transformation? I'm waiting, smiling, ready to walk with you every step of the way. My beloved friends, we've walked a sacred path together, haven't we? From the moment I called you close, through the secrets I lived, trust in my Father, constant prayer, serving others, faith in storms, forgiveness that frees, and surrender to His will. I've seen your hearts open, your spirits stir. These aren't just words I've spoken, they're the life I breathed, the strength I found, the love I carried to the cross and beyond. You've heard how they touch your struggles, how they lift you step by step, how they transformed Peter, Mary, and even me. Now, as the sun sets on this time, I want you to carry this light into every dawn. Look back with me. See how trust roots you when the ground shakes, how prayer weaves peace into your chaos, how service fills your emptiness with joy. Faith stands tall when shadows fall, forgiveness breaks the chains of yesterday, and surrender turns your battles into beauty. These 6 secrets are your inheritance, my gift to you. Not because you've earned them, but because I love you. I walked the dusty roads, knelt in the garden, hung on the wood, all to show you this. You are never alone, never without hope, never beyond my Father's reach. You have the power to change, my precious one. I see it in you, the spark of resilience, the glow of a soul ready to rise. You're not the person who began this journey. You're stronger now, wiser, closer to the one who made you. Every time you trust, you grow roots. Every prayer lifts you higher. Every act of service builds your heart. Every stand of faith steadies your soul. Every forgiveness heals you. Every surrender shapes you. This isn't a dream. It's your life, unfolding now, in my Father's hands and mine. Think of the widow with her coins, the centurion with his plea, the woman with her jar. They changed because they lived these truths. You can too. That worry you've carried too long, trust it to Him today. That silence that weighs heavy, fill it with prayer. That loneliness that lingers, serve someone near. That storm that rages, stand in faith. That hurt that festers, forgive it now. That plan you clutch, surrender it and watch what blooms. You're not powerless, you're a child of the King, with secrets that turn ashes into glory. This is your moment, my friend, a life-changing dawn. I didn't come to leave you where I found you. I came to lift you, to remake you, to call you mine. These secrets aren't chains, they're wings. They carried me from the tomb to the sky, and they'll carry you from despair to delight, from fear to freedom, from brokenness to wholeness. You're not just surviving, you're thriving, growing, shining. My Father dreamed this for you, and I lived it for you. Will you live it too? Let this sink deep. You are enough, because I am with you. Every tear you've shed, every step you've stumbled, every cry you've whispered, I've held them close. You don't need to be perfect, you need to be present. Trust when it's hard, pray when it's quiet, serve when it's costly, believe when it's dark, forgive when it hurts, surrender when it's tough. That's where transformation lives. I've seen it in the fishermen who left their nets, in the sinners who found grace in you right now. So, my beloved, I call you to act one last time. If this journey has changed you, if you feel my love lifting you, let your voice soar. Leave a comment below and write, Jesus, I'm changed by your secrets. Share this with someone whose life needs turning. Send it to a friend, a loved one, anyone ready for hope. Like this message, subscribe to stay near, and let's soar together. Your change is a song. Sing it, share it, live it. Will you rise with me now? I'm here, forever yours. Picture a world where these secrets reign, where every heart trusts, prays, serves, believes, forgives, surrenders. That begins with you here today. You're the spark, the ripple, the dawn. I've given you everything I have, my life, my love, my strength. Take it, run with it, fly with it. You're not just my follower. You're my family, my joy, my reason. I see you radiant and resilient, and I smile. Let's end with a prayer, my friends. Bow your head, or lift your eyes, whatever feels true. Father, I come to you with open hands. Thank you for your Son, for His secrets, for His love. Fill me with trust that never wavers, prayer that never ceases, service that never tires, faith that never fades, forgiveness that never ends, surrender that never doubts. Make me strong, make me whole, make me yours. Let this day be new, let my life be changed, let my soul sing. In Jesus' name, amen. Feel that hope, my beloved, it's yours, now and always. Go now, my precious ones, with renewed faith. You're not the same. You're alive with my spirit, strong with my secrets, loved beyond measure. I'm with you every step, every breath, every dawn. This isn't goodbye, it's a hello to a life transformed. Will you live it? Will you shine it? I know you will, and I'll be there watching, guiding, loving you forever. Rise, my child, your life is changing, and it's beautiful.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Sinners now and at the hour of our dying. stay.